Overwhelmed? That was me with diabetes. Hey, I'm Jabron. Between teaching and coaching, managing diabetes felt like an extra job. With the Freestyle Libre 3 CGM, I get real-time glucose readings and have the insights to make informed decisions. My life feels lighter now. Learn more at freestylelibre.us.
The views expressed should not be used for medical diagnosis or treatment as a substitute for professional medical advice. Individual circumstances may vary. For prescription only. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
The football season is nearly here, and we're getting you ready for kickoff. This is Big 12 Media Day coverage live from Frisco, Texas, presented by Omada Real Estate. Buying or selling a home? Trust the experts at Omada Real Estate. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Big 12 Media Day continues on, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Scott Gerard, Patrick Kinahan, the coach, Tim Lacombe. And while we have a moment, let's give away tickets. We may be down here at Big 12 Media Day, but it still remains a Win Ticket Wednesday. Caller number 12, 801-575-ZONE. That's 801-575-ZONE. And you will win a pair of tickets to attend the Days of 47 Rodeo coming up on Tuesday, July 21st. Great seats still available. Go to UtahDaysOf47Rodeo.com or just be caller number 12 right now, and you will have a chance to win. Coming up here in a moment, we'll have a chance to catch up with the athletic director of the University of Utah, Mark Harlan. Expected to join us coming up here in just a moment. Oh, look at this.
I'm going to Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A gift cards.
I got one right down the street from where I live. Yeah, give me yours.
Nope.
You don't eat anymore. Give me yours.
Oh, that's not true. Some good protein in that.
Somehow he'll find a way to get these by the end of the day from us. Nobody loves himself a good pimento like my guy over here.
Any participating Chick-fil-A restaurant.
That means in a... I guess if an airport, maybe. Hello.
That would be anywhere.
There we go.
Okay.
I wonder how much. I'm sure they only put like $2 on there.
We're still on the company.
Oh yeah. No, that's true.
That would be inappropriate.
You don't blow this on this trip.
Business trip. Rookie. Oh man, we've had some fun. I'm excited to see who else we get to talk to today.
Boy, we've got the insight on Arizona and a lot of excitement around that program.
Well, that's just awesome because second week of the season, Arizona at BYU.
Oh yeah,
1:30 in the afternoon.
Hello.
It'll be hot. That is just a gigantic game. I'm looking forward to sitting in the Lavelle Edwards press box watching that game firsthand. I'm super excited for that because those are two contending teams right off the bat. Man, one's going to be up, one's going to be down. By the time we get to dinner time, I mean, it's not a crushing blow, but still you want to get off to a good start, and that's the second week. And normally we have to go a lot of times through 3 weeks of slogging before we get to something real. But that's week 2.
It feels like that Houston-Texas Tech game.
That's another one.
Yeah, in week 3.
Right off the bat. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Friday night. I'll be planting my butt cheeks right down on the couch watching that game. Looking forward to that game, too.
Cheeks.
Yeah. Nothing like conference season.
Oh, yeah, I know. And that's the thing. A lot of times we just have to grind through those first couple weeks of
exactly.
Stephen F. Austin or whoever.
Right.
It's just like, let's just get going here.
Yeah, BYU's playing Utah Tech. The Utes are playing Idaho State, I think. And who the Aggies got?
I think Utah State's got Idaho State week 1.
Oh, okay. Arizona has NAU.
Yeah.
Hopefully my Lumberjacks can pull the upset.
Who was it yesterday that has Weber? Is it ASU has Weber? First game?
Colorado?
Colorado, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, but and I think you're going to see more of that as the CEO of the Peach Bowl mentioned. You know, a lot of these conferences now going to 9 games, and sometimes you got to have that A non-conference game. So that's 10 quality games.
Right.
So you're not going to have. I think these bye games are getting squeezed out a bit,
which would be great. And to me, that would be one of the benefits of expanding the playoff and having the conference winners being the AQers, because then and also too having basically like the Big 12 pretty much being guaranteed of getting at least certainly 2, 3, or 4. So if you lose one of those games early, it's not that big of a deal if you get your you-know-what together and proceed down the line. So that would be an advantage. I think that if you're going to water down the regular season, you got to spruce it up with bigger matches and bigger games.
Scheduling's fascinating, and they said, the fact those preseason games you're working around teams that don't want to play anybody competitive. Like you want to have a glorified. A lot of coaches want to have a glorified scrimmage start.
Yeah.
A team that you don't have to even think about any chance of losing the game, regardless of what you put out there.
Right.
And so that's what they're giving up, and that's the struggle. But I do love the fact that there are some marquee games played early. I remember in '85 when BYU played in the Kickoff Classic, clear back, way back when I was living here at the time, and they played in the Kickoff Classic against, I want to say Boston College, but I'm not exactly.
Boston College, and the Cougars had just won undefeated the year before, so there was a lot of hype going into that.
There was a ton of hype. So so those early games in football, while rare, are cool.
President Bosco was the quarterback.
Yes, I'm sure he's got those kids in Ohio just running in circles.
Well, it's been a week now.
Love you, Rob. Glad it's you, not me.
So as we continue on looking at the early part of the schedule, certainly that BYU Arizona game is going to be absolutely huge. But look, there's going to be some opportunities for this conference to make some statements. I mean, even talking to the guy from the Peach Bowl, that Baylor Auburn game. If Dave Aranda wants to stay employed there at Baylor, they're going to have to find a way to probably play well, if not win that game against Auburn.
Yeah, because you talked about how yesterday their schedule, and I'm looking at it right now, at BYU, Texas Tech, at Houston. There's nobody going to have a tougher closing 3 games than the Baylor Bears. Yeah, the Devils got who they got on the 12th, the second week. They're at Texas A&M. Probably not expected to win that game, but if you could pull it off, certainly that would be awesome.
Is there a, looking at the crew of teams that are here today, is there a team that you look at that could be making a jump up this year? I don't see Cincinnati being that team.
Certainly not going to be Iowa State. Half their town moved to Penn State.
Yeah,
and the other half just moved.
Yeah,
because it was over. The run was over.
Like I like Jimmy Rogers, but I think that's going to be a tough sell there.
I think I would look at UCF.
Yeah,
a team that really, really surprises. There's a bunch of teams in the middle that you can't look at if they win 9 ball games and win 6 in conference. Be super shocked. Right?
TCU strikes me as a team that will have something to say.
But they're usually decent, so I'd go.
I like Sonny Dykes.
Sonny Dykes, a great offensive mind, no doubt about it. Been doing this a long time.
He got a transfer from Harvard that threw for over 5,000 yards.
Yeah.
That ball will be
took some shots at the quarterback on the way out.
Yeah.
Joe turnover prone. So if you're going to basically be glad he left, the new guy you got coming in better be good. But usually good offensively. Yeah. I would still probably go UCF. Their non-conference is Bethune-Cookman at Pittsburgh and Georgia State. So decent chance for them to go at worst, obviously 2-1. But, and pressure's on, too, because they haven't been in a bowl game in a couple years.
Yeah.
So.
And, that's a school that got a nice little taste there of some success, and that's a fan base that probably doesn't like to go backwards. So,
no,
nobody's buying Rich Rod.
Not to that level.
I think 8 wins could.
Well, if they got 8 wins, if you're at Rich Rod, I probably no one would say that publicly, but I'd sign up for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because that's a step in the right direction, clearly. And then at that point, you're building something, and you've got a lot to sell. Now, they got Robert Morris, Ohio, not Ohio State, Ohio.
Ohio, yeah.
And, of course, they always play, well, not always, but Pittsburgh is a rival.
While we have a moment, things are kind of slowing down here a little bit before we get another wave. Mark Harlan, as we mentioned, will be joining us a little bit later on in the program. But let's take another break. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Big 12 Media Day coverage brought to you by Omada Real Estate right here on the Zone.
Overwhelmed? That was me with diabetes. Hey, I'm Jabron. Between teaching and coaching, managing diabetes felt like an extra job. With the Freestyle Libre 3 CGM, I get real-time glucose readings and have the insights to make informed decisions. My life feels lighter now. Learn more at freestylelibre.us.
The views expressed should not be used for medical diagnosis or treatment as a substitute for professional medical advice. Individual circumstances may vary. For prescription only. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
Of the Cougars, Utes, and the rest of the conference. Live from Frisco, Texas, this is Big 12 Media Day coverage on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Presented by Omada Real Estate. Buying or selling a home? Trust the experts at Omada Real Estate.
Big 12 Media Day, Jake Scott, Tim Lacombe, Patrick Kinahan. It's time to dive back into some Utah football. Joining us now, linebacker for the University of Utah, Johnathan Hall. Jonathan, good morning. Good to see you. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing amazing. It's great to be in Texas right now.
Texas is home, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is.
Near Houston?
Yes, sir. For sure.
So the humidity when you walk out, that just feels really good to you.
Yeah, I'm used to it. So
right.
It's not,
I mean, to guys like us,
yeah,
it's kind of a drag, but I get it.
No, for sure. I'm used to it, so it's nothing to me.
Talk to me about what's going on right now in the locker room. Things kind of starting to form for a season that everybody's excited to see because it's the first time in a long time without Kyle Whittingham.
Mm-hmm. Yes, man. Coach Scalley, he does an amazing and a great job about team camaraderie. And we all are like family. We all talk outside of football. We all, you feel me, live next to each other. So this season, our guys, we are so close. We got a lot of group of guys that love the game and love football, and we'll go out and show it this season.
Morgan Scalley's still around, obviously has a promotion, but he was your coordinator for many years. And Colton Swan, who was a linebacker coach, which is a position you play. So I would think from the linebacker perspective, it's got to be a smooth transition since you've been coached by him since you moved down from safety.
Yes, sir. It definitely is a smooth transition. And also, I will say Coach Swan, he does an amazing job about learning and really teaching us everything that we need to know that is different. So I will say we're fine on both ends for sure.
Do you expect Coach Swan to put his own kind of, I don't know, the signature on the defense?
He does.
I'm sure that's a stamp. That's exactly what
sure.
I'm looking for.
Nah, for sure. He took over some stuff with Scalley, but he definitely has his own type of style, his own type of. It's a whole it's the same, but it's different. It's his way. So we loving it, man. We are enjoying it, and he tell us play fast and physical. So.
You're a playmaker, man. Made a ton of tackles last year, flying around the field. As you're watching your tape from last year, and I know you're a detail guy, what are the things that stand out that you want to get better at?
I definitely say I want to be more of a leader on the defensive side. You feel me? This spring, I definitely can see that all the guys, they'll look toward me, or all else fails, all the guys on defense look to me. You feel me? I'm the leader of the defense, so I'll really say just me taking on that role, and you feel me being the best I can be as a leader, for sure.
Yeah, you got a lot of experience, almost 2 years of starting experience, and add on another about double that in terms of playing. And so you speak of yourself as a leader, as you should, because you've got the veteran experience. Sure. But has it just crept on you really fast? You're a senior now, Jono.
Yeah, man, it didn't flew by, man. Me coming up to Utah, it was a big risk. Just coming here definitely just changed my life, and I owe the world to Utah and University of Utah. They done so many things, and this season we will have a great and amazing season, and I can't wait to get it started.
I know you guys are very team-oriented, but from an individual standpoint, how do you measure success for yourself?
Yeah.
Is it stats, or how do you do that?
Me, I'm not a big stat guy. I really don't care too much about the media. I really don't care too much about stats. The main focus for me is definitely just having that team, like a team win or like anything team orientated, that's where I really find my joy. Because anything that's just me, I had 10 other guys right next to me to help me out. You see what I'm saying? So I definitely say just the team accolades, I will say, for sure.
Off the field, what do you like to do?
Yeah.
I mean, we get to watch you tackle and,
Right.
got 10 tackles against Texas Tech last year. Are you flying around? But off the field, what do we find you doing?
Man, you can find me chilling right there. Lance Holtzclaw, he's my next door neighbor. So we be chilling all the time. I love to fish. I love to cook. I love chilling with family, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm just a real laid-back guy. Chill. I don't really go out too much. I don't really talk to too many people, so I just be in my own world, to be honest.
Since you've been in Salt Lake for a number of years, you've obviously made the transition, so you've got that down. That's taken care of. But how about when you were just a young kid, basically, when you're coming out of high school down there in the southern part of Texas, coming all the way up to the mountains? You made the transition, so it worked, but how was it?
Really? I will say the coaches, they do an amazing job of just having us, you feel me, we all get homesick. And I got homesick a couple times, but I had coaches that was there to come to my dorm and just talk to me or just call me over the phone, or they make it really welcoming when you first come in, for sure. And then all our teammates, when I came in, we had Vele, we had Sione Vaki, we had Cole Bishop, and they was the leaders to me, and they kind of just took me under their wing and was like, hey, this is how you do it, this and that and the third. So I really didn't have too much time to just dread about home, because I was just in the film room just practicing the playbook.
Staying busy.
Exactly. So I definitely say it's super welcoming from the coaches. They do a very, very good job.
Well, Johnathan, we can't thank you enough for stopping by. Good luck with the season coming up. Oh, what do you like to cook, real quick?
I like to cook some chicken Alfredo. My biggest thing, I love to cook steak.
Oh,
it's
man.
easy for me.
Oh, yeah.
Invite me over.
For sure, yeah.
Hey, Bar W beef, man. That's the stuff you need.
No.
Good luck, Johnathan. Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
Yes,
We appreciate it. There you go. That's Johnathan Hall, linebacker for the Utes. We'll have his teammate, Lance Holtzclaw, coming up next. Stay tuned. 97.5 the KSL Sports Zone.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Tusk Top.
College football is nearly here, and we're blowing out the budget on our coverage of the teams you can't live without. This is Big 12 Media Day coverage live from Frisco, Texas. Presented by Omada Real Estate. Buying or selling a home? Trust the experts at Omada Real Estate. This is 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Welcome back to Big 12 Media Day coverage here in Frisco, Texas. When you talk University of Utah defense, you're always talking about defensive ends that can get after the quarterback. And we got one right now with us, Lance Holtzclaw, kind enough to join us. How are you, man?
Man, I'm doing amazing. How we doing, guys?
We're doing great. You ready to get after quarterbacks this year?
Man, I'm too ready. Too ready.
You know, it's been really fun to see the tradition of Utah defensive ends and the success that's been there. Is that something that attracted you to this program?
100%. You know, when you're sitting here and you're trying to figure out where's your next place you're going to land and you're trying to plan out your future, you're definitely doing your research and looking at the history of a program. And a program that's led by a defensive-minded captain, and sitting here and we go get after it. We send pressure. We send heat. We play really aggressive defense, and that's just what Utah has been known for years on, years out. So it's something that I knew was a no-brainer that I wanted to be a part of, and now I can sit here, be a leader of this type of program that we got going on, man, and we can take this so far.
You're a Massachusetts hometown guy, huh?
Yes, I am.
One of
Boston,
only.
Mass.
That's right, baby. You a Red Sox guy?
Of course.
Dirty water?
Come on.
The whole thing. That's me, baby. I love it. How big a change? Obviously, you went to Washington, and that's a big difference. You went to high school in Arizona, though, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
You've been able to see and feel the heat in the desert. Is a little bit different than Boston. What's the biggest, as you go into the season, what's the biggest difference between what you see from Morgan Scalley as a head coach? Because this is what everybody's asking, right? They're like, can Utah continue to be Utah? And when we talked to Coach Scalley today, the first thing he talked about were core values, right? And being resilient, nasty, relentless and nasty, and ball hawking and all the things he talks about. But in terms of the feel of it, what's the biggest difference?
I mean, the feel of it is great. I mean, the thing about it is that everybody thinks it's going to change. Is like, this is not going to be the same Utah anymore. This is going to be this is that, da-da-da. They're unsure. But you should really be confident. This guy is somebody who's been nothing but a Ute his whole life. So he lives that thing through and through. He doesn't sit here and try to be just like the next person or anything like that. So he has his own spin on things, but, he also keeps things a way that he's comfortable with. But I'd say some of the biggest changes that he's just very open to change and open to looking at different things and improving things and making a lot of actions to improve our program in all different facets, off the field, on the field, when it comes to funding our stuff, when it comes to getting us new equipment, when it comes to getting us new facilities, things like that. It's amazing. But then when you go into the culture piece of things, like you were talking about, all of that he talks about, man, we have this posted all over us all over the time. This RSMB, that relentless, smart, nasty ball hawks, man, that thing breaks down even more and more and more than it does. But it used to be a defensive-minded type of culture of the defense, and now with him going into the head coaching role, he's now taking that culture that's instilled into our defense and making it team-wide. So now the whole team is RSMB. You can be a ball hawk on the offense, and smart, nasty, and relentless still translates to the offense as well, man. So that transition from Scalley going into the head coaching role, it's been a real smooth transition. It's been really good. Guys are gravitating to him, and, it's going to be a great thing moving forward. He's super excited. He's been ready for this.
Tell us about what you did last month. You had to put on a suit, and you went back to D.C., and you testified before the Senate Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation. Just hearing that, I would have been in panic mode. How did you handle it, and what was that about?
I mean, at the end of the day, man, it was really a fun experience. I mean, like, how many times do you get to hear of student athletes being able to go up on a stand and go and do that, or even have that opportunity presented to them? So first and foremost, it was extremely fun. Let the nerves come down a little bit after a second. I got to see everything the day before, so I kind of knew what type of room I was going to be walking into, and I'm really glad I did. I got in there, super bright lights, whole bunch of important people sitting around too, man, and you're sitting down on the bottom, and they're all up on the top looking down at you talking, so it definitely feels like some pressure, man. But nah, it was good. Once that first opening statement came out, man, it was good. They have a good vibe in the room, and it was a super fun experience.
So what was your purpose in terms of the message that you delivered?
My purpose was to sit there and be a voice for student athletes all over, and give them a perspective on the things that go on in our lives while they're sitting there trying to make decisions on our lives. We got a lot of people making decisions and changing things and rules and regulations for student athletes, and they're not involved in those conversations whatsoever. So it's like, how are we going to make all these decisions and change all these things for people, and they don't even have a say-so in the conversation? And it's not saying that I'm in there picking a side of what to do, what not to do, but ask me questions about the things you're trying to change, and I'll give you my perspective and my experiences on things so you can understand what it's like from a student athlete's perspective.
Sure, yeah.
Well, I would love to pick your brain on this more. We're getting the wrap-up signal, but
Just got warming up.
I know, right? You're made for media. I know you want to play football for a long, long time, but just know you can make that transition
He's
whenever
a Boston
you're ready.
guy.
Let me know if y'all got some room for me somewhere, man. I'll stay in contact with y'all. We can be right here doing this thing a couple of years down the road.
We'll create a spot for you.
Appreciate you guys.
Hey, Lance, thanks so much, man.
Thank you, guys.
Go Red Sox, my guy.
Man, come on, Dorchester, Boston, Mass.
Dorchester was my area for like 8 months. I was a missionary out there, dude.
Dorchester was my time the whole time, man.
We'll have to talk for a second,
Yes,
find
we
out
will.
where you lived.
All right, sorry to hold y'all up. Thank you, guys.
Lance Holtzclaw right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Great conversation. Really good insight, too. And I really like to, because there's a lot of people out there that have got opinions on the way college football and college athletics should go, and not a lot of people actually talk to the actual players themselves.
Well, he's literally in the trenches.
Yes.
He is on the football field and then doing his, I don't know if you call it testifying, but whatever his remarks were, telling people, okay, this is my experience. I'm a senior, so and I'm back east, but I also moved to Arizona, so I've been around different types of people in the country, and here's what we're going through as a representative. And he took it seriously. And, it must have been – it's a great experience just to be able to as you're a young person coming up, you got to learn to talk. You got to learn to be able to express yourself, and not just with your buddies. Anybody can do that.
Yeah.
A bunch of people that aren't your peers, because they're the people who are going to be hiring you. Even if you're trying to make it in the NFL, same type of premise. So for him to have that experience, man, I don't know if you can even put a price on that.
No, and the thing is, too, to be able to represent student athletes and say, okay, look, I know you guys are all making decisions regarding us. We would like to have a voice in that as well.
We'll give you dudes a clue, or your dudes being non-gender, the men and women listening to what he has to say. You're getting firsthand experience from someone who's done it and lived it and can tell you about it as they're trying to make decisions. I mean, I can't tell you how many supervisors have made decisions about me that I didn't like, and they never asked me.
Lloyd.
It would be a way to, if you were to approach a new deal, maybe the Tommy Lloyd, where you don't have to necessarily answer to a certain person.
Oh, no, you're just trying to cause trouble. That's all you're trying to do.
Because I learned from the best.
I don't know why there's people like you. It just doesn't make any sense.
That's a great kid.
Really good kid.
Lived right off. I asked him. He lived right out of Ashmont Station. I used to be in and out of there so dang much. So we visited. He's got 617 tattooed on his arm, which is the area code. And
I got 602 on my chest.
Well, you probably have that, and then whatever jersey is on your toe.
I've got 208 on my calf
ear,
right
you've
here.
got California. I love that we all look now. I went to the PK line of questioning. Boston, Mass, huh? Ever tried the chowder? But I did. The problem, I dapped him up, I gave him and I broke this wrist last year. I think he just broke it again.
Dude, that dude's got a handshake.
It's a mitt.
Yeah.
He's got a
lot of these guys have huge hands, but they don't bring the power that
he
that
brought
guy
the
did.
power.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I think I broke it again.
I got the power.
I wonder if would that qualify as a workers' comp?
Sure.
I was on the job.
Yeah. So now you just started and you want time off. Jeez.
Well, I did do my contract right. I do work through the right people.
These kids today.
These, this is a Utah team that I think kind of represent Morgan with a little chip on their shoulder. Like, okay, you know what? It wasn't just Kyle as a coach. It was, I think the players are recognizing that too. Like, hey, we had something to do with this as well. And I think there's not animosity, but just like, hey, you know what? We also had a little bit to say about the success here at Utah.
Yeah. I mean, Kyle would always ask, if you asked him about his success, he would say the players.
Yes.
So he did give the players
I'm not saying he did.
A lot of credit. And the reality is he was forced out.
True.
But I think it's more of their love, rather than the chip to show anybody else, more about the love of Scalley that he's the right guy.
Yeah, I think the thing that stands out to me about all these guys is they're going through this, especially after today. Because everywhere they go, everything you read about Utah,
people want to know.
Hey, they've got where you are, so you tell them. I caught it. I just had to think for a second. No, but they're going to go around that line of questioning. Is going to be, what else do you ask guys?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because they've got on paper, everything you look at. They've got it's Utah, but people will say, are you guys really Utah?
Especially after 21 years.
Yes.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's where the chip comes from. Not that Kyle ever stole the spotlight or anything like that, but just like, are you guys going to be able to maintain who you are? And they're like, yeah, we are. Now,
I think that's where it is, yeah.
Yeah. And so I think that's the element where these guys are like, no, look, we're going to be just fine. We have a culture. We have the players. We're going to be okay. And especially, I make no mistake, these guys are seeing all the attention that is going over down in Provo right now, too, because they're here in Texas Tech, they're here in BYU, but not a lot of people are talking about Utah right now.
2 years ago, when they had the injuries in the Cam Rising spiel and they went 5-7, they lost 7 games in a row. I think they started 4-0 and then lost 7.
Yeah.
And I had someone from Utah tell me, when we were on the field and they were going to lose another game, he goes, there's 2 things about this that stinks. Is we're having an awful season and those guys are undefeated.
Yeah.
That's what he said to me. On the field as the game, and it was right in the middle of that losing streak. And, the season had been shot already. It was just playing out the string, right? And we all knew it. And he said that. And I don't even remember who they were playing. It certainly wasn't the BYU game because that was exciting right down to the last second, obviously. But making that comment that two things. We are stinking this year in large part for the injury, and the other guys are really good. And, that's what a rivalry's about, though.
Yeah.
And it should be, and the rivalry being the same media market.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very few places have the same media market. Obviously, they have it in Los Angeles. But in Los Angeles, they also have the Rams and the Raiders. The Dodgers in October are usually in the World Series. In October, the hockey and jazz are just getting started, and college football is premium. I bet you if you dissected how much percentage-wise of all of our shows is college football talk, what would you say, at least 75% that time of year?
Oh, yeah, easy.
Yeah. So the attention there, and you're fighting for the attention because whoever's winning, that's who we're going to be talking about. And they're both or all three, whoever it might be. If you're winning, we're talking about you.
I can say as guys at both places, in the rivalry, I definitely have purple blood because I've been both. But I will say when you win a game or lose a game and you get back to the locker room, you get through all your stuff and you're looking at scores, if you won and the other team that you are a rival with lost, it makes your win feel better.
Sweeter.
And if you lost and they lost, somehow yours doesn't feel as bad. I can't explain it, and it doesn't matter what side of it you're on.
But if you lost and they won, it makes your loss feel worse.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's where you don't come out of the room for the weekend. Say, honey, I'll see you Monday morning. You go straight to your room or to the closet, lay down on the floor, and seek solace. That's really the answer.
Yeah, so that's part of the deal, and BYU's been getting a lot of love because they've earned it. They've earned it out on the field, and that's the thing about it. If you want respect, get between those lines and win, and you get it.
Well, they did it in this league, right? Everybody was like, how are these teams going to compete in this league? They're in the top of it now, in the top tier.
Right.
And that's how. They just attacked it.
And then whatever questions we have about Utah will be answered about the coaching staff if they roll out a 10, 11-win season. And then it'll be obvious that that transition that they made from the demise of the Pac-12 to the Big 12 was just the injury to Cam Rising.
Yep.
And they didn't, and Barnes had taken off. If Barnes had stayed, they'd probably win 8 games again, maybe even more. But he didn't know what was going to happen, obviously, and he wanted to play, so he left and did what he did there, and they were caught short. And starting a first-year freshman, I don't care if he had 87 spring ball practices, he's still a first-year freshman, and that's not conducive to winning most of the time, if not all. So you got that going on there, and then if they roll out a 8-1, 7-2, maybe even 9-0 season, well, then that answers the questions, and Utah's flying again.
All right, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone, about ready to kick off the 11 o'clock hour here in Frisco, Texas, 10 a.m. back in Salt Lake City. Mark Harlan expected to join us sometime next hour. Also, I see some Kansas State players starting to facilitate their way through, so we may get a little update from Manhattan as well right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.